from the Clinton Tree Commission, Edith, Brady-Lunny, and John Baker. Good morning, friends. How are we?
We're good.
Very good. Thanks for coming out and talking with us. And the Tree Commission, I know, has secured a grant, Edith, that we're very excited about. But before we dive into that, tell us a little bit about the Tree Commission and what your mission is, what you do. How about some of those things?
Well, the Clinton City Tree Commission is a 5-member board, and we are charged with overseeing the trees that are planted on the boulevards in Clinton, and we also maintain a very large arboretum space on the east side of town. So every year we cite, and our goal is to get planted at least 25 new trees to replace trees that just by the cycle of nature have to be taken out every year.
Sure. Very good. Well, of course, this grant is going to help in some of your initiatives. John, if you don't mind, tell us about the grant a little bit.
Yeah, we actually were able to secure a $47,500 grant. It is from the Inflation Reduction Act funding to the U.S. Department of Agriculture for a service, and it is administered by the CRTI,
which is
the Chicago Regional Tree Initiative.
Nice.
At the Morton Arboretum.
Okay, gotcha. Very good.
Yeah.
Tell us more about this, John.
Okay, and then we are working with the Morton Arboretum in Chicago. They're kind of overseeing us, which is great, and they're good with ideas. And what we are going to be able to do is we're partnering with the DeWitt County Housing Authority.
Okay.
And so we're going to be able to plant 18 trees on various areas. MacArthur Apartments, that is on North Madison Street.
Sure.
Webster Apartments on North Kane. Countryside Apartments on East Main. And then also we're going to be putting 6 trees each in Woodward Park, and then also Kiwanis Park.
Where is Woodward Park?
Woodward is basically it's the park by the old Webster School.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, nice. Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Also with the grant, we are able to kind of work with the Encore Developmental Services. They're going to be doing the watering for us, and it's giving them a chance to have some gainful employment, and it's getting a job done for us.
There you go.
Great.
That's awesome. Very good. How many trees in total will this plant?
It's going to be 30 trees in total. I'm going to try to squeak a couple extra into there if we can. It depends on how the budget's working out.
Okay, gotcha.
But, at least 30.
All right, very good. So how did it come about that the Tree Commission was able to secure this grant?
Okay. Well, Edith did a wonderful job in filling out paperwork.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Well, we found out that the grant was available, so we thought, well, we have really nothing to lose but our time to try to put a grant application together. And you do better sometimes with grants if you have partnering agencies. So we talked with the housing, and we said, could we have access to plant some trees on your property?
Okay.
The terms of the federal grant dictated that these trees had to be planted on the east side of Clinton.
Okay.
Because there's a federal designation as an underserved area. So as long as we were on the east side of town, that was fine. And so we were able to partner not only with the Housing Authority, but with Encore to provide those jobs. So when all that came together, I think we had a really strong application for the grant.
Tell me about the application. Was it very competitive? What kind of information did they want to know? How about some of those things?
Yeah, it was very competitive. They ended up awarding 40 grants.
Across the state?
Across the state. Most of them in north and south. But there's a few in central Illinois. So it was very, very competitive. But I think, our partnerships, I think, was a real strength for us.
Yeah, sure. Speak to securing those, and as you go about this process, putting that all together.
Well, we met and talked with the Housing Authority folks, and they were very excited to do this because planting trees is not something that they can easily have funding for in their budgets when they're trying to maintain these very large housing complexes. And if you walk around, there are playground areas at both these large complexes without any trees. And you go to the park there behind the Y, and we have a spray park. We're getting a whole new park area. These trees will be a really great addition to
Nice.
that.
Yeah, I look forward to it. That's awesome. Good stuff. So, as a part of the application process, Edith, was there like other components, like whether education, outreach? What'd you have to put together for those?
Well, the educational component is really a major part of this as well. We will be able to have new signage put up in 5 of the Arboretum zones, so to speak, on the east side of Clinton. The Arboretum is located between East Jefferson and Alexander Streets, and it goes over to Harrison and East Washington. So it's essentially the former floodplain area on the east side. So we'll have new informational signs there, and then we'll also have tree walks where we'll have people come and do walks through there, and we'll have educational programs at the housing complexes too.
Oh, okay.
So that the residents there will know what's happening there, and they'll have some buy-in
Gotcha.
to having new trees at these locations.
Sure. Well, do you know what some of those education opportunities will be at this point?
Well, we'll have some gatherings where we'll have educational material, and of course they can come and watch the trees be planted. And then we'll do the tree walks in the Arboretum, where we'll have people from the U of I Extension Service. They have some experts there who come and do tree walks.
Yeah.
And they actually show people what the trees are and talk about the life cycle of the trees.
Yeah, for sure. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, again, our guests in studio this morning, Edith Brady-Lunny and John Baker with the Clinton Tree Commission, talking about a great $47,500 grant that they recently received. So, John, is a part of planting these trees and those sorts of things, like what goes into how you decide where these trees should go? Maintenance, obviously, a young tree needs a lot of care. How about some of those things?
Well, we spent quite a bit of time walking around the various areas and just looking where there weren't trees. And then, of course, we need to determine what all is on the area presently. Because part of this is a real diversity of different types of trees. In Clinton, at least when the Tree Commission started, we kind of did a survey of all the trees, and on the boulevards, probably 90% of them were all soft maple trees. Most of them are starting to get to the end of their life now, and so we're having considerably more of them to be taken out.
Sure.
So we do spend quite a bit of time doing that, checking locations, checking varieties that are in the area, and what will be coming out at some point in time, and what we can do to replace them.
Sure. Did I miss anything on this grant, Edith, you wanted to put out there about it, or things that we look forward to coming thanks to this?
No, we're just really pleased about it, because this is in addition to our annual plantings on the boulevard. So it's just kind of a unique opportunity to get trees in places where we normally wouldn't have access to them, and where they will really have a major impact for the people living at these locations, and at the 2 parks where the kids are going to be, having additional shade, and it helps us get a much larger variety of trees out there.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what has come about from this grant, Edith, that maybe you didn't anticipate, or something that you maybe was a big dream that the Tree Commission may have had, and you thought, well, it's going to take a lot, and now this grant is making it happen? Is there anything in there that is along those lines?
Well, the educational signage, I think, is a big part of this for the Carol McFeeters Thompson Arboretum space.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be able to identify all of the trees that are in the Arboretums on some informational things inside the signage.
Oh, nice.
And we also have a lot of memorial trees that are planted there. So if you're coming from out of state and you want to see your tree, you're going to be able to locate it.
Oh, nice.
And so that, that's been a really kind of a bonus of this. We've wanted to do it for a while, but trying to, you have to make decisions when you have the city's funding. We're going to spend our money on planting more trees on the boulevard, or do we want to divert some for these other things? So this is allowing us to do, some major things with the signage and the education that we just would not have been able to probably accomplish.
Yeah. Now, you were telling me you're going to add a tree to the Arboretum in honor of a community member that recently passed, correct?
Yeah, on April 26th is Arbor Day, and we always do a ceremony for Arbor Day at one of the Arboretum sites. So the Taylor and Jefferson Street site this year will be for our ceremony, and we're going to honor former police chief Mike Reedy, who was the chief here, of course, for 20 years and passed away rather suddenly last year. So we're going to plant a maple tree in Mike's honor, and his wife Joanne's coming, and their son. So
cool.
I think it will be a really nice addition, and it'll be a nice way to honor someone who spent 20 years serving our community.
In the Arboretum, are all the trees dedicated to an individual or something of that nature?
No, most of them, yes. Any new plantings have been memorial type trees.
Okay.
And there's probably about 25 across the Arboretum. Now, there are a number of them that had been in the area and were left over from before it was a floodplain.
Okay, sure.
And we're going to actually be able to identify all of them in there.
Gotcha.
They'll be on mappings, so it'll be real
Oh,
nice,
really?
so
Oh,
you'll be
great.
able to tell right exactly where they are.
Gotcha. Very good. Well, I know I asked Edith this. John, did I miss anything on this grant you wanted to put out there or talk about today?
No, I think on the grant, I think we
Covered
most all of it.
Sure, very good. How do folks learn more about the Tree Commission, guys? Follow along with what you're doing? How about some of those things?
We have space on the city website. So if you go to City of Clinton website, you can read about the Tree Commission. When we do press releases and have things that we accomplish, we have photos there
Okay.
of the work that we're doing. So and we meet the first Thursday of every month at City Council Chambers.
Okay.
At 7:00, so people
right.
can attend our meetings.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you what, let's talk more about the Tree Commission, some of the things you do, some of the other initiatives you've taken up in the community on the other side of a break. Again, John Baker and Edith Brady-Lunny with the Clinton Tree Commission, our guests in studio. More to come with them on The Morning Show.
WHOW.
For Illinois Ag Better. Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn, beans, and Chicago wheat all moving higher. March corn up 4.5, 486.5. May corn up 4.5, 497.5. And new crop December 464 up 3 3/4. March beans up 7 1/4, 1049 1/4. May beans 1063 up 5 1/2. And November new crop up 2 1/4, 1053. March Chicago wheat up 7 1/4, 566 3/4. May wheat up 6 3/4, 579. March bean meal unchanged 301.10. March bean oil up 16 cents, 46.27. Livestock market March feeders 275.70. That's down a dime. February live cattle up 12 cents, 204.72. And February lean hogs 83.37, down 80 cents. Energy market March crude oil 73.12, up 59 cents. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
It's no secret that employers are having a difficult time hiring qualified personnel, whether full or part-time. The Miller Media Group wants to help you, the employer, to find the candidates you're looking for. That's why we've created IllinoisJobPost.com. That's IllinoisJobPost.com. This website is part of a broad radio and internet employment campaign available through the Miller Media Group. Contact your account manager or email sales@randyradio.com for more information. IllinoisJobPost.com is where we put the power of radio and the internet to attract prospective candidates.
Covenant Animal Clinic in Clinton now has a new online store for your pet's medicine and supplies. Hi, this is Dr. Sue Sturr inviting you to check out our new online store at covenantanimalclinicil.com or just click on our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Serve Pro of Piatt DeWitt counties for fire and water restoration, reconstruction, and now duct cleaning to keep your air healthy. Find out how they can help you by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Again, my guests in studio this morning, Edith Brady-Lunny and John Baker with the Clinton Tree Commission. And guys, we just got done talking about this great $47,500 grant that the Tree Commission has secured. Just again, Edith, remind us what the Tree Commission is and what your purpose is.
So the Tree Commission is 5 members, and we are an advisory committee to the City Council. So if people want to have a tree planted, they can contact us. If we see a tree that has some concerns, needs some help, they can contact us, but we also may see that. And John does extensive walks every day, and he is our eyes on the trees in Clinton.
Okay.
And so John will probably be the first person to notice a tree that needs some help.
You mentioned the trees on the boulevards, John. Can you specify that term? What does that mean?
Okay. Basically, there's the little strip of land in front of your home. The majority of them, there are sidewalks, and we're kind of sidewalk to the street.
Okay.
And that would be the boulevard. And we try to get trees in there wherever possible. We have to watch out for power lines, fiber, and anything else that's under the ground. So there's not always good spots. So that takes a lot of work for us to wander around and see exactly what is the best place for trees.
Okay.
And also what are other trees that are in the area.
Okay.
So we
Gotcha.
get a good variety out there.
Edith, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You were telling us about the Tree Commission. What are some of the initiatives you've taken up as a Tree Commission recently?
Well, 2 years ago, I think it was now, we conducted a survey where we literally walked all of the streets in Clinton where there are city trees on the boulevards, and we made note of whether the tree is still there, the condition of the tree, if there's anything that needs to be followed up on with that particular tree. And so we did a survey of hundreds and hundreds of trees to update a survey that was done probably 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then we have our annual Arbor Day festivities that we do to try to keep people, aware of what's going on. And then just the educational component. When we plant trees, we try to take photos and let people know, hey, there's new trees coming out in your area this fall.
Sure. Well, and I know that each each spring, John, you do an educational component with the school district. Talk about the art contest that you do with them.
Okay. Part of the Arbor Day celebration is a poster contest for 5th graders. And most of this information goes out in March, back in April, so that we can recognize the winners at the city council meeting and at Arbor Day. And then also, along with that, we recognize 3rd and 4th graders that are representatives of their classes.
Okay.
I think there's usually two students from each class. And we recognize them as little junior foresters.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's cute. Now, talk a little bit about the poster contest. Like, when does information go out about that? Is there a theme to that each year? When can folks anticipate that for this spring?
There is a theme. I'm afraid I can't give it to you at this moment.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
One of our other members on the Tree Commission is working on that.
Fair enough.
Diana Hall is working with the school on that, and I'll know more about it come Thursday night.
Fair enough. All right. Very good. We had you in a few days too early, it sounds like.
Yeah,
no, it's all right.
for me.
Well, it's all it's all good. It's all good. So who judges that contest, and how is a winner chosen?
Okay. The Tree Commission, we have a meeting and basically go through, take a look at all of the posters, and see which ones are the best, and is always a very tough choice because there's always very good ones in the group, and we we get a first, second, and third, pretty much.
Yeah.
And
then they're recognized at a city council meeting,
at the
right?
city council meeting, yes, they are.
Yeah, that's cool. That's always fun to get them in there and show their projects or their posters.
And
so.
we hang the posters up then at City Hall too.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what I was going to ask next. Where do those go? They go to City Hall.
They
then?
go to City Hall. And last year we had some that were also displayed at the library afterwards.
Oh, really?
Some of the other posters. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah.
So that comes up in the spring, of course, in conjunction with Arbor Day. And I know we talked about the Arboretum, Edith. That was recently named in honor of Carol McFeeters, correct?
Right. Last year, part of our celebration was naming the Arboretum for Carol McFeeters Thompson. And, any of us that have been in Clinton for a while know Carol's history and her dedication. She was on, I think, the first tree commission.
Yeah, she was. She was an original member and was on for a number of years.
Oh, really?
Right. And then combined with her work at Weldon Springs.
Sure.
And establishing what I think is one of the best nature centers in central Illinois,
Yeah.
if not the state.
Yeah.
So it was really an honor to name the Arboretum for Carol. What if and that sign with her name will be part of the signage.
Yeah. They're out there now. Will those improve then? Like whether part of the grant or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
The signage that we've got out now is kind of a temporary situation.
Okay.
Just so that we could identify it last year.
I see. Gotcha.
There's actually going to be 5 signs that are going to go up at various places within the Arboretum, kind of identifying the sections. And then
what will they look like?
Wooden structures. And they've got a roof on them. They're just
nice.
They're going to be nice.
Nice,
They're gonna be real
awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
And then on the front of them, they're going to identify the Arboretum that it's the Carol McFeeters Thompson.
Cool.
On the back of it, we'll have educational boulevards or bulletin boards that we can change all kinds of information in.
Nice. Awesome. Look forward to all of that. Very good. What did I miss about tree commissions, friends? Did I miss anything you wanted to put out there about it?
One of the things is that part of this signage, we're going to be able to kind of identify the true Arboretum and the areas that it encompasses.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of hard to tell now exactly where all that is.
Okay.
And it's going to help tremendously to identify.
Sounds good. Very good, guys. How do folks learn more about the Clinton Tree Commission?
They can go to the city's website, and we have space there for the City of Clinton Tree Commission.
All right. Very good.
They're always welcome to come to a meeting.
And the meetings are when?
They are the first Thursday of the month, and we're meeting at the library.
Corner library at this point.
Okay.
Currently.
All right. Sounds good.
So,
Very good, guys. Thanks for coming out. Again, that is John Baker and Edith Brady-Lunny with the Clinton Tree Commission. Network News is now.
The Big 1520 WHOW Clinton, 92.3 FM, W2